importing is hard, but if you work with the right company that share their knowledge, and if everyone share their knowledge, I think importing and exporting will be very easy. Hello, my name is Jimmy Tran, and today I have Miss Han or Mary from HP Global. Today we're going to talk about import from Vietnam to the US, and we're going to talk about one of the biggest commodities that get import from Vietnam to the US is furniture. And the commodity we're going to talk about today is sofa. Normally, freight forwarder, we have a freight forwarder in the US that do a video, and we have a freight forwarder that in Vietnam will do a video. But today we have Mary, who is
from Vietnam.
The CEO from Vietnam. So I'm going to pretend to be a customer. So Mary, if I'm a customer and I want to buy a 40-foot container from Vietnam, FOB, can you explain to me the process in Vietnam for FOB?
Yes, related to the export of FOB container from, please pretend from Ho Chi Minh to Long Beach.
Long Beach. Yeah.
Okay, we are the freight forwarder. We will contact with the factory, and to know the exact time the factory will have the cargo ready based on the schedule. And we book a space on the vessel to Ho Chi Minh to Long Beach. Long Beach is the main port in the USA. So there's many services from Vietnam to the US. So we can choose normally we can choose the very good schedule to meet with the factory schedule. And then we send the booking to the factory to inform them when we go to the FOB, normally the factory will deliver the container to the container yard.
Okay, so what happened if the factory need help and the factory say, hey, Miss Mary, I don't have trucking. Can you help me with trucking with FOB?
I'm more than happy to do that. Yes, in that case, in the case that the factory needs help, we will arrange the truck and we will drag the blank container from the container yard to the factory. And because the traffic in Vietnam is not very good, so normally the driver will drive at night, and they will bring the container during the night to the factory, and they will sleep inside the truck.
So is the Ho Chi Minh port in Vietnam, does it open 24/7?
It's open 24 hours and 7 days. Yes, all the times.
Wow. Okay. And so the driver pick up the container from the terminal in Ho Chi Minh, and the terminal open 24/7. Okay. And then they take the container and they sleep at the factory.
Yes, they sleep inside the truck. Yes, and at the very early of the morning, the factory will open and they will load the cargo into the container.
Wow.
Yes.
So in Vietnam, driver, they really dedicated the load, but here in the US, they only normally work from like 8 o'clock to maybe 10 o'clock at night. It's because most warehouse in the US, they work from like normally 8 o'clock to 5 p.m. and after that they close down. But driver do work late, but we usually driver don't sleep at the warehouse overnight because driver in the US is a little bit different.
No, it's normal. Vietnam's still poor, so we have to try more, work harder. Yes. Okay. So after receive the booking and know the exact time for the cargo to depart, the factory will prepare the DGM and also declare for the custom clearance. And so related to the sofa, this sofa you may mention that the leg of sofa is made by wood. So when export that, the factory need to certify the origin of the wood is legal, and the wood is not in the list of the forbidden for export of Vietnam. So, and the driver come to the factory and the cargo is loaded already. So they bring to the container yard and drop there. And then HP Global, we will do the AMS and the tariff filling, and also inform the WorldCraft to do the IFS.
Okay, so the AMS, you have your own AMS system to submit AMS. If I'm not right, because you're a custom broker.
Yes, we have our own AMS system because we have our own FNC code. So we do IBOW by ourselves.
Because I know a lot of freight forwarder in Vietnam, they're not able to do by themselves. They have to go hire another freight forwarder, but you're able to do by yourself. That's very good.
Yes, we can do by ourselves, and we have to do it 48 hours before the vessel depart from Vietnam to the US, and then we send you pre-alerts.
Okay, so now I'm going to be the freight forwarder in the US. So HP Global will send HP Global is the freight forwarder at origin, and we can imagine WorldCraft Logistics is the freight forwarder at destination.
Now you are not customer anymore. You are freight forwarder.
Now I'm a freight forwarder. So right now, HP Global will send us a pre-alert. So what is a pre-alert? Pre-alert usually have a master, house, invoice packing list, and the AMS. And so once we get it, we have to file ISF. Import security filing, right? We within 48 hours. For us, it's 72 hours. We have to do it in advance, right? So once we do that, and then earlier Mary said that a shipment from Ho Chi Minh to Long Beach take about 22 to 29 days, right? So 22 to 29 days. But 5 days before the shipment arrived to Long Beach, we will notify the importer, and we will collect the invoice and packing list from the importer, and then we will start doing custom clearance. So for our sofa is duty free. So the reason why Mary and I decided to make this video is because Vietnam has become the #1 country that import furnitures into the US. That's amazing.
Oh.
Right. Because we don't have because U.S. put a trade war tax on China, so now it gives a lot of room for Vietnam to grow. This is why we make this video.
Yes. Oh, you mentioned, I remember, related to certificate of origin, because of the trade war between the USA and the China. So the certificate of origin to certify the cargo have a country of origin in Vietnam is very, very important. So the exporter had to apply for the certificate of origin, and now for the cargo export to the US, we use the CU Form B and can apply at the VCCI. However, because the Vietnamese government, they really encourage exporter to export cargo, so the procedure is very, very fast. It can be within 1 day. You have the certificate of origin, and also there's related to the commodity, the tax of the commodity export out of Vietnam have a VAT is 0%, and for this commodity there's no export duty, so exporter do not have to pay anything when export sofa furniture from Vietnam to other countries, including the USA.
So once the shipment arrives to Long Beach and we do the custom clearance, we normally request the invoice and packing list from the importer, because normally we want the importer to look over what's the invoice number look like, make sure that the piece count is correct, and then we file the paperwork and we clear custom for the importer. And then once the ship dock, it usually takes about 3 to 5 days for the ship to unload the cargo, the containers from the vessel to the dock, and then since the port of Long Beach is very heavy congested and very busy, it usually takes another 3 to 5 days for us to schedule our driver to come and pick up the container from the port of Long Beach.
You have your own drivers?
Yes. So for our company, we have our own chassis because the port of Long Beach is very, it take a long time to get chassis sometimes. So we have our own chassis, and then we also have our own truck, and then we deliver the container to the importer. And then if the importer don't have a warehouse, we also provide a 3PL service, which is a warehouse service. So a lot of furniture company in Vietnam, if they want to start their business in America, and they don't have a location yet, we actually store their furniture in our warehouse, and then they would sell it on Fairway, Target, Walmart, Home Depot, the big brand name store in the US. And then those stores will send their truck to our company, and then we put those furniture in, and then it get delivered to all the buyers throughout the US. So that's pretty much how furniture is handled.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations! Because not many freight forwarder have their own trucks and warehouse like you. That's why our team is really believe in you. And after working with several forwarder, they chose you as one of our main forwarders. Thank you very much for your service.
Yes, and then so Mary and I, for this video, we want to make this video and we want to share with everyone because importing is hard, but if you work with the right company that share their knowledge, and if everyone share their knowledge, I think importing and exporting will be very easy. So Mary and I will partner up, and we will make more video about importing from Vietnam to the US. Well, we start with furniture, and maybe next we start with fish, seafood, and we do coffee.
Yes, and I think it should be very good because we can also have more business and also can assist the Vietnamese exporters to have the better job and the open market. And I also do hope that you can share with me in some video that import from the USA to Vietnam.
Okay. And then if you have any comment and you want Mary and I to answer any of your question or the next product you want to import from Vietnam, please comment below and we'll be happy to answer.
And please note that because the import-export procedure and duty may be changed according to the stipulation of the governments of the USA and Vietnam. So when you import, please contact with WorldCraft in the USA or HP Global in Vietnam for update information.